Alright, now that everything is ready, mirrors, get to work.
Okay, I'm back. And, alright, hopefully this is the last part. And, yeah, I can finally do some other stuff later. But, yeah. What in the hell is with bringing in a group of enemies now, which wasn't here from the beginning? Or are they gonna do like stupid thing and try and weave them in to the enemies we had at the very beginning? Who was it again? Yeah, I know it's in my head somewhere, but I can't remember. But anyway, that's that. But that's for later. And how in the hell can they hijack someone's memories to basically make them fall asleep? But wait, that doesn't also add up to why March 7th is freezing up there. Ice is forming all around her. Basically, it would have made more sense if her connection to Amphorius was having a negative effect to her, and it was causing her powers to go haywire. That's why that's happening. Not, oh, her mind's been hijacked. Yeah, but why is she freezing? No clue. Well, that's what I got. Anyway. And yeah, as I said, Herta should not have been on the first wave banner. It should have been Phynon. Castrus shouldn't have been in this one. It should have been Cypher, because that would have made more sense. Well, actually, probably not more sense, but it would have been better. Because, well, one, everyone wants her. Even two, well, everyone wants Castrus, but her global passive basically turns into a broken unit. And because pulling her is easy mode, I've already said I ain't doing it. Just like I'm not, as I said before, just like I'm not getting Locha, because he's easy mode when he's on the team, because he casts heal without being prompted to. I ain't doing it. No way in hell. And I know there are some other people who did say this and become hypocrites by go getting Castrus. I am not one of them. I am going to stick to what I said. I am not going to pull her. I am going to stay free to play, even though basically free to play is my whole thing anyway, so yeah. And there you go. So, and if I get to a point where I cannot play this game anymore because I do not have said global passive, I'm just gonna quit the game, because I am not pulling that global passive. I am not pulling any global passive unless they get given to me for free. I ain't pulling them. Hell no. Because that technically should have been done in Genshin Impact, because of all the tribal chronicles that you had. Doing that, completing that and getting to the end, should have given you one copy of the 5-star. And yes, there would have also still warranted them making the banner forum, and then so people can pull more. That would have made some sense. But does Hoyoverse have any sense in the head of any of them? No, they don't. The Tribal Chronicles should have got the 5-star. With the with the new travel mechanic for Natlan. Anything that does an improvement to a region, you should get for free. At least one copy. In my opinion, that is how it should be done. Because you should not pull for improvements. You should get them for free if they are quality of life improvements. But other than that, it's fine having them on the banner and you get them nowhere else. In my opinion. Alright, enough of that. Let's get going.
Madam, watching you work has been an enlightening experience for me. It's hard to imagine that an outstanding scholar like you could maintain such a relaxed manner most of the time.
Wait, Sunday, are you kissing Ash right now? I know you want to do this whole thing about being a new person, but no, this is not you.
Your calm and collected nature is truly a trait that I should learn.
This brat. Why does everything that comes out of his mouth sound so snarky?
He's kissing Ash right now. And Welt.
Thank you, Madam Herta. Companions are the lifeblood of the Astral Express. When things are settled, we will repay you for all your help.
Well, this young man sure is courteous.
Wait, that's all she had to say about Welt. Yeah, and just wait for him to find out what happened to the Trailblazer. That she died and then got brought to life. But up until that, she was a walking corpse. Yeah, wait till he hears about that.
First mirror, input the coordinates. You'll be in charge of the spatial warp.
As you command, Madam Herta. The preparations are complete. I wish you a pleasant journey ahead.
And yeah, as I said, Finance should have been first, Cypher should have been where Castros was, and then that basically just means because Herta is finally going to show up on Emphorius, she should be the first limited character on the second banner for the next patch. That is where she should have been. But no, they didn't want to.
Second mirror, prepare for the thought refraction. There's still some distance from the Astral Express to the Emphorius celestial body. You're in charge of sending me over.
Yeah.
This time, raise the power to the maximum. Don't be stingy.
What? Second mirror is stingy?
Oh, okay. I won't fail the mission, Madam Herta.
Oh, gee, she's so nervous. Second mirror is so nervous. Okay, I know there's no point in this, but I didn't think I'd be able to go back here. Okay, this is as far as I can go. But still, I wasn't expecting to be able to come out here. But, I had to look around.
Third mirror, you're in charge of generating the data spirit entity.
I'm happy to help, Madam Herta. What kind of appearance are you planning to use this time?
A well-endowed buxom woman.
Good question. Let me think. Forget it. Just use my own appearance. There's no one there that'll recognize me anyway.
Except everyone in the... Well, actually, no. Because... Well, actually... Himiko might recognize you. Maybe Dan Hong, but I won't. Well, the Trailblazer won't.
As you wish.
Wait, why have we gone back to the first?
Fourth mirror, you'll be in charge of... It seems like I have nothing for you. Just stand by and wait for orders.
Oh, come on! Fourth mirror wants to do something.
Ah, standing by again. That's so boring. Next time, can you count down from 4 instead?
Well, yeah. Number fourth mirror is kind of bored, so she wants something to do. Count down from 4 instead of going from 1.
Preparation of the data spirit entity complete. Thought refraction at max power. Excellent. The first mirror. Let's get going.
Have a safe trip, Madam Herta.
May your journey yield good results.
Coordinates input complete. Preparing to activate spatial warp. Destination, unknown celestial body, Amphorius. Spatial warp countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Warp activated.
Ah! Bright light!
Oh! So that's Amphorius? Its appearance is, well, sure is unique.
What, you didn't even know what Amphorius looked like? I kinda thought you would have. You would know. Yeah.
Second mirror. Prepare for thought refraction. It's time to send me in.
Alright, please read the safety protocols carefully.
What safety protocol?
Can't you hurry up?
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't expect it to be so turbulent. I should have asked the second mirror to use slightly less power.
What? What's going on there?
What a magnificent sight! Is this the entrance to Amphorius?
Yeah, what the hell is going on with this scene?
Let's see. Perhaps I'll be able to find a way in.
Yeah, what the hell is going on here?
What's this? A statue? It's ugly. I don't like it.
I don't like it. That was it. Wait, why? Why is the Flame Weaver here? Huh. Ow. Why?
What's this? How creepy. Oh, it moves? Who are you trying to scare?
Oh, Herta.
Oh, I finally found your traces. How esteemed must you be for the great Herta to come out personally? When we return, get ready to become free labor for the simulated universe for the rest of your lives.
Hey, Herta, be nice.
It's either a projection or a fake. There doesn't seem to be much to take note of. Now then, how am I going to get into Amphorius?
Well, technically you are, but you're kind of been somewhere else. But still, what's the Flame Weaver doing here? And why are we just standing there like nothing's happening? And where is everybody else? I don't get it.
My deepest apologies, esteemed lady. I'm afraid that you cannot proceed further.
What are you doing here? Hey!
Who's there?
Your visit, although not part of my calculations, is a pleasant surprise. It's a pity that the preparations are not yet in place to receive you with the hospitality that someone of your status deserves.
Wait, you know who she is? And what she is and all that? You know? How? You don't know anything that's off and furious. How in the hell do you know Herta?
Are you not going to answer my question? Who are you?
I have many identities, and I'm going to have even more in the future. But if you just need a form of address, you can use my common alias. Lycurgus. Lygus.
All right, Lygus. But you can't possibly think that I'm just asking for a name, can you?
Well, then again, I don't know. Gonna have some fun because he's many. Why don't he just call himself Legion? But then technically the Antimatter Legion, that's what we were going up against first. But still, yeah, because like in Ghost Rider, I think it was. Yeah, the bad guy, the guy at the end. My name is Legion because we are many. I don't know, that could have been something you said. Because you have so many copies of yourself. I don't know, would have been fun.
Regrettably, I do not have the authority to share more information. However, standards are always flexible. While not violating the ultimate agreement, I'm able to disclose this piece of information. As you thought, this is the entrance to Amphorius.
Yeah, well, I didn't enter this way, I entered through a battlefield. Well, through a ruin, but still, after being killed, but...
Now, please, kindly turn back. Amphorius is not a world that you should be involved with, regardless of what kind of magnificent achievements you have accomplished. This place will not open its doors so easily.
Oh, are you trying to bar her access? Ban her access? Oh, that's not gonna work.
You seem to understand me very well. Then you should know that I have no reason to listen to you.
Your reaction is completely within my calculations. Despite my long years as a watcher, it seems like my assessment of human nature still remains accurate. From you, I'm able to sense a beautiful desire for knowledge. But my answer remains unchanged. Madam, it is with the utmost goodwill that I suggest you return to where you came from.
Okay, why aren't the constellations lit up at this point? Hey? Was that an oversight or what? So there should only technically be 2 left remaining. Possibly the Sky and Romance Titan. No. Sky Titan and Kefli, right? I don't know. Which ones? Because Even though they did say the final was cursed by the Romance Titan, but I don't know if... Anyway.
Let's assume for a second that I'm not so well-mannered, and that I insist on uncovering the secrets hidden behind you, Mr. Lygus.
Of course you do.
How do you plan to dispel this notion of mine?
Within the scope of the ultimate agreement, there are 178,244 logic chains at my disposal to convince you.
Okay, what is this ultimate agreement that you have? And who is that with?
After filtering through them, I have determined that I only require 3 to attain the results that I desire.
Oh? I'm all ears.
Oh, can you best hurt her?
First, for reasons that cannot be disclosed, Amphorius is a completely isolated celestial body. Apart from me, no one else will be able to help you enter.
That's not a good argument.
True.
Second, if your plan is, as you've alluded to previously, to force me into cooperating by showing hostility, do know that
She's not here for that purpose.
just like you, I have basked in the gaze of the erudition. I stake my honor and assure you that in the worst case scenario, our mutual destruction will be inevitable.
Wait, so you know about the Erudition Titan? Huh. Okay, someone from Amphorius knows about... No, the Aeon. Why did I say Titan? Nah. Okay, that makes things a little... Yeah, you know what's going on outside of Amphorius. You know about the Aeons outside of Amphorius. How much do you know?
Oh? No wonder I couldn't find a back door. When I did a scan of our surroundings, the safety protocols on you are comparable to Screwy's. How
Oh,
interesting.
screw them. So what? They're basically the same kind of being? Or they screw himself into a cyborg?
I assume that you still wish to hear the third logic chain.
Of course. Why wouldn't I?
True.
Third, even if you exhaust all your means and find a way to break through, you will surely give up once you understand the consequences of your actions. After all, throughout your long life, as much as you'd hate to admit, your conscience has played a crucial role.
Does her really care about consequences? To her, isn't consequences be damned? I'm pretty sure she said that once, right? Or am I making things up? But then again, that fits her to a T. Consequences be damned.
What a brazen robot. You think that you can actually understand me through your paltry calculations?
Yeah, so none of that worked.
But since you put it that way, why don't you tell me what these consequences will be?
Yeah, she's just gonna say, consequences be damned.
It concerns the third path that is entangled with Amphorius. A path that you and your friends still very much lack understanding of.
Well, if someone could explain it, then we would know. But has anyone done that yet? No.
The destruction. So, if you ignore my warnings and persist in your ways, you will break the shackles of a Lord Ravager. And when that happens, their fury will engulf the cosmos.
What? Wait, what? There's a Lord Ravager involved in all this? Who? Oh, come on, you cannot leave it at that! No! You cannot leave it at that! Are you honestly telling me that? Seriously, what the hell? Come on!
Noise.
Really, you cannot tell me that! So, so that's it. Yes, it is. So, I am confused. A little. Okay, should I do the prologue? Because I think it's... Is it like still connecting to this? But then again, the prologue won't be spoken, will it? Because it is a side adventure mission, so... You know what? I'm gonna leave it at that. Okay, I'm not gonna move on, but I am gonna be talking a little bit. Giving my final thoughts on what I've been through and all that. So, yeah. Basically, this wasn't that good. Because, as I said throughout, but yeah, there are some things in the beginning I can't quite remember, but probably remember later. But why all the issues that I've talked about, like yeah, some things that stick out in my head. Someone talking about suicide. What was the point in... Well, okay, you could say that the point in reviving her sister was to get the core flame, so they could get Thanos' power. But how did... So just because Plexia revived, brought Castros back to life, she split Thanos' power in half and killed the half that she had. Which, yes, still does not make sense. How did Castros de-agify herself when she was brought back to life? Because as we saw in that memory bit, she was at least a teenager or older than a teenager, what she is now, when she was with her sister. Then when she died, then when she came back, she was brought in by that other group of people when she was a child. Younger than what she is now. And then she grew into what she is now, then stopped aging and she's lived for over 1,000 years. Does that make any sense to anybody? Because if she's not gonna age, why'd she even age up from a child in the first place? And as I said, how in the hell did she de-ageify herself? And basically, after when Castris got Plexia, I don't know what she did. Did she kill Plexia to reunite all of Thanos' power, and then became Thanos? So basically, when we met her, Thanos already fully took over, not slowly like all the other Titans are doing with everyone else. Because if that is Castris, she should have said Castris, not I am Thanos now. Call me Thanos. No. Doesn't make sense. And also, what did it actually mean when whatever his name is, when he ripped out Cersei's core flame, what did it mean by when it said preparations complete? Is it something to link it to Lurthuli? Which still does not make sense. Would it? I'm confused. Literally, fully confused. This does not make sense. It's not good. And yeah, it only had its moments when it was good. A moment that it was good when Cypher was here. Okay, technically you could say it was a good moment when Castris went to the Netherrealm to actually meet Plexia. You could probably say that was a good moment. But like the build up to it, not so much. And anything else off the top of my head why I'm here? I've already spoken a lot of length that Castris was a complete and utter failure. Well, okay, not really much of a failure, just there was no point in her. The global passive has no... It's not even in the law to bring people back. Because, okay, technically if you wanna do that yes, Thanos can bring people back to life. Well, one, when Thanos did it the first time, some stuff happened. Thanos died, his power was split in half, and the one who got brought back to life de-ageified herself. Got de-ageified. But this time, it wasn't like putting a soul into a dead body, it was returning a soul to a living corpse. So it was kind of different. But that does not mean that she has a global passive. No, that does not mean that. There's nowhere that says she should have it. So she shouldn't have it. Castris would have been fine without it. Because as I've seen, basically when we use her, and when I've seen when we use her, when we've seen other people use her, and after this I'm going to do her trial, you're going to see there she has no use for a global passive. And especially when I was using her, I didn't even need it. There's no point. Is there? So, yeah, a complete waste of a character. And as I said, Hoyoverse must have taught a crash course in how to ruin characters. Because Castris is one that's completely ruined. But let me finish these off, and then I'll do a trial, and then that will be it. And I know it's kind of short, but hey, what can I do? And also, this whole thing with Herta. Okay, I know it was kind of short, but still. And now finally Herta is going to actually be in the story in the next patch. Which, as I said, that is where we should have been able to pull her in the first place. Not sooner, not right at the very beginning. Yes, we were introduced to her at the very beginning, but at the very end. But still, we never got to use her. So, yeah.
Do not make him your enemy, even though he may seem frail and weak.
He may seem cold and unkind, but he sees through human emotions with just a peek.
All is science, and human wisdom knows no bounds. Both martial prowess and emotions are knowledge that can be found.
Oh yeah, you know, I just go through these. Even though basically I don't have to pay attention, I could just skip right through, but...
If this road is easy to walk, then future generations will not praise my name in piety.
What? Huh? Wait, is that... No, that can't be... No. Whatever. Yeah, still got 2 more stories of you, but you are dead now. Aglaya! Okay, her 4th story. Anything here? Are you love reading this? Because I'm not. Well, then again, you don't have to.
Miss, would you like to pick up the shuttle again and weave for me?
Because it's not really important, is it?
Though I can no longer see, I still want to don the garments you weave.
And yeah, the whole like assembly was kind of nothing, wasn't it? It was just basically there for Anaphagrius, whatever his name is, for him to play a little game, to have some fun, and that was it.
Why are those that appear so fair in fact ugly in truth? Why do faces unsightly contain souls cut from noble cloth? Why can the blind see the light? And why do those with eyes only see night?
Can they?
If you no longer have the power to see, then with my destiny,
Alright. Okay. We have one more for a glider and then that's it. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Nah. Okay, fourth one for my day.
To die for glory is not eternal sleep.
Then what is it?
The cowards who dare not to look death in the eye.
Yeah, I know. I just figured out in this that everything that's like highlighted, what'd you say, is spoken, but you still got to wait a time. That if it doesn't start speaking at the very beginning, I ain't listening to it. Even though without actually hearing everything else, you kind of probably lose. You don't know what's going on.
Therefore, a traitor who does not inherit the throne is a king most infirm.
What?
Never turning back in war, he seizes all our glory.
Your glory lies not in death, but in my hands.
Alright, that's my day's fourth story. Now just gotta find this last one. Okay, third for Castris, who is now dead now and never gonna return back to the story. So, as I was saying, having her as a pullable character is kind of was pointless. Because, okay, Tinian was the only one that was a pullable character that died. But then again, one, she was a 4-star. She came back as a 5-star. But I heard that, well, probably apart from that they weren't going to do it again. But then again, they did it with Tribien. But I was also going to think that when Castris was bringing us back to life, she was going to let Tribien's soul come back to the mortal plane, so her doll can take its form again. Right? I thought that's what she would have done, but no.
Before people pass away, I write down these poems.
Right. Okay, almost done.
This is truly difficult to write.
Because my hands are filled with fright. I don't know why I rhyme sometimes after they finish speaking. I just find it fun.
What she brings is not only death,
but fear instead.
apart from death, there is something else that is worth remembering.
No, I've got nothing. Now his cipher. Your first tale. Tale of the Cat Burglar.
The first story is titled The Golden Apple. It doesn't have to go to the fairest. The second story is titled Trying to Argue? Don't trick yourself, please.
Even the best athlete could never catch up to this turtle.
The third story I will tell is titled A Competition in Trickery. Who do you think is the Grandmaster?
The Trick Master.
I think the world is a gourd. In truth, we are all already dead.
What? We're all dead already?
The fourth story is called You Like Money. Good. But you must pay the price.
Alright.
Cyphera, you took another long journey.
And we want to hear your fun stories!
The dawn will never cease, and the thief star wanders in foreign lands. How would you know that I am not lying right now?
Yeah, true. How do you know a trickery is lying when... whatever. So, that's that. We're almost to the center. With, Finon, Aglaya. That's it, they're the only ones that are basically almost there. We still got 4 more to uncover. So in the next pack, so next update is going to be Heisei and Cypher as pullable characters. Is Finon even going to be a pullable character? Wait, oh, something that would be completely hilarious, but I doubt it they would. They end up turning him into a 4-star, That'll be hilarious. Finon's a 4-star. That'll be great.
Mem.
Whatever, mem.
Mem.
Quiet. Why can't you just speak words now? We know you can. Alright, so give me all those. And give me that. Okay, so that side is done, right? Yeah. We've just got this side to do. And I'm already maxed out on my Eidolons. So, yeah. Don't need that. Do I? Okay, yeah, now the Trailblaze journey is done, so I don't have to... Yeah, just a little verification about it. Not like I have to do the prologue. Prologue's a separate thing. And I know I don't normally rate a story, but as I said, I'll probably say there's too many things that don't make sense, things that weren't supposed to be there, and a global passive that completely ruined everything. So... And as I say, they have a few interesting bits, but they hardly have any, and most of it was a yap fest. So, would okay, it's probably a little too low, but honestly, with all the things that make me confused, all the things that do not make sense, the whole yap fest and all that, definitely probably too low, but 4 out of 10, really? Because you could say yes, the things that led up to the bits that... Okay, it could be 1 or 3, 4, 5 or 6 out of 10. I'm not 100% sure on which one I'll actually go for, but it's in one of those 3 that I'll give it. Because leading up to... Well, actually... Oh yeah, no, there's some... Oh yeah, the thing I missed that was kind of wrong. Slavery, which was the start of it all. Well, because of the equivalent exchange, Castros basically became a slave just to fulfill the obligations, but just for that one purpose. And as I said, there was talk of suicide, there was other stuff, and yeah, so alright, go. Okay, so I'm dropping out 6.6 out of 5. No, 6 out of 10. It's 4 or 5 out of 10. It's one of those. I can't, just not 100% sure. But as I say, good parts, but then not so good parts, and stuff that completely shouldn't be there. But yeah, so that's my thoughts and all that on the story and everything. Now we're going to do something that I should have, well, it's not like I should have done, it's I could have done, but I'm doing it now. And let's see, when we probably get a chance to actually use her properly, how much she's broken, which still will not make a difference because I will still never pull. So, do that. See? Make him dazed.
Emerge from your cocoon.
And then I do that. And the dragon here does not make sense. Because this is a memo sprite. Technically the only dragon that we know is the dragon that is her sister. Which, yeah, does not make sense.
Receive divinity.
And that is why I do not want easy mode. I'm never going to have easy mode. So I will never use easy mode. So basically, yeah, this is the only time I'll actually use easy mode characters when I do not have a choice for trial. That's the only time. Okay, story or trial. That's the only time that I'm going to use them. Because I'm never going to pull them. Not even if they come to the standard banner. I would still never pull them. I know I'm not going to use Blade, but I put him on the standard banner just because he's a character I do not have. Because you could say I'm just going to put him in the background like what's his name? The downgrade of Blade. That kid from Herta Space Station that injures himself by attacking as well. Just like him. He's just there collecting dust in the background of my team. Of my collection of people. Blade is going to do the exact same thing. So, yeah. And if Mighty was here, he would do the exact same thing. But I'm not going to pull him either.
Be careful. There's something.
Dragon does not make sense. And see, this is also one of the reasons I'm not going to use her. She injures my own team. I don't like that.
Bloom.
May death protect us!
I'll see you off.
Yeah, and can someone explain why she has the global passive 2? Because in this, I doubt we're even going to use it.
It's coming.
So,
Riding the west wind, away we go!
So yeah, again, what's the point?
Eternal sleep is not the end. The dead return!
The dead point. Oh, so she has one of these moves that only attacks 3 people. Not everybody. Ah.
Root here.
Still, nothing to be all that big about.
Delivering warmth.
Is it?
As you wish.
Now, time for giant paw smash.
Embrace a new life.
Say hi, dragon. Even though for no reason.
May death protect us!
Yeah, shouldn't the trial show everything that a character has to offer? Like, all they have to do is just have a unit, have an enemy that can kill one of my characters regardless. That's all they had to do to show it off. But they didn't do it because that effect is not supposed to be on her. If it was supposed to be on her, the trial would show it off. As like it does, it shows off everything else. Since it doesn't, it shouldn't. However, it's ruined her as a character. So there you go. And she's also Remembrance. Whatever. Enough of that. Now let's just do these and then, yeah, that'll be it. So, that time, let's go for Fireball. You know, what is the point, really?
Not yet time to return. Not yet time to return.
Yeah, I know.
Not yet time to...
Firefly Type 4, activate!
There'll be a way.
Okay, it didn't really work as much as I wanted.
Unite our goals.
Sam in position. Detonate!
Dreams of a past life are now all gone. Let us dance once more.
Yay!
Like fireflies
Dance with the
to a
fox!
flame.
Until everything burns to ashes! Firefly Type 4 in position. Fight to live!
Nuke him! Well, not really a nuke.
Grace and elegance.
But, still sort of works.
Step up, let's see ya!
Every petal in life's scar, all will be swept away by the wind.
Right,
No holding back.
do that.
Dream vanished.
The mighty Fireball strike!
Set the seas ablaze!
Nice like a good brew. Full, my friends. Indulge yourselves! In the mood for another beating?
Yeah, you know you didn't have to do that, right?
Some value, I suppose. Clouds scattered.
This is more than a battle. Fight to live!
That's what you got?
Stop it!
Firefly Type 4 in position. Set the seas ablaze!
Grace and elegance.
What is that that's keep doing death from above? I would like to know.
Share good fortunes.
Detonate!
There's more to life.
Right.
Have we met? Dream vanished.
Well, if you have, it's over now anyway.
Attack!
No holding back.
Like fireflies until everything burns to ashes!
Clouds scattered.
Okay, I did Firefly for no reason. Eh, who cares? Right? Yeah, I ain't gonna pull this dude either. There is no point.
Slow simmer over low heat, or
Stream 4. The gleam of old blades.
I like adding fuel to the fire. A little
Almost
more
like
heat.
Candlewater play.
Since you're already here,
wait, is it just
why
the
not
first
have a
time I
meal
use them I
before
can't
you
do it?
leave?
First time I do a
I
trial,
weep for
I
the
can't
departed.
use autoplay.
It too shall fall.
But if I come into the second
Destined for oblivion.
trial of that character, I can. Is that it?
Ready for another? Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
So, yeah.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Big angry monkey.
Spend freely.
Yeah, and I
Bust.
do want adventuring. I still don't have
Or maybe
him.
I'll take it all. All in.
On the still waters of oblivion.
Kinda
I
sucks.
weep for the departed.
He's been out twice and I have not been able to pull him
It too shall fall.
at all. I've not had enough Stellar Jade for him. Both times. But I want him to be out. I want to get him. But yeah, I know what this is for.
Stream 4. The gleam of old blades.
Wait.
Stream 4. The gleam of old blades.
Yeah, shouldn't I have done that. Shouldn't I have all been close? Or should I have
This place is dangerous.
had them all in the center?
Stream 4.
So,
The
man.
gleam of old blades.
And then it would have got them all.
Time for a buzz. This is double speed.
Again.
Since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
I weep for the departed.
No need.
It too shall fall.
Time for a buzz.
Yeah. It's just a tweener massage.
Yeah, can you stop that?
Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Goodbye, Chef Rex.
Time to mix things up.
More seasoning.
Bye, Rex. Don't come back. And now, I'm done. Because I don't need to do the 4 stars because there's no point. But before I go, there's one thing I want to do first.
I'm so parched.
Come over here. Wait. Oh yeah, I do. Yeah. Do that.
The sea. The sea is right here.
Okay, how many have I done? 25. No, 35. Good. Polixia as well. I got something. I got that. Got an icon. Okay, I'm just wondering, what is that thing over right eye? Why does she have a dragon claw there? Or in other words, is the actual form of Thanos a dragon? Yeah, actually, still doesn't make sense why Castra summons it anyway. Now, still confusing. But that is it. Now only goes up to 40, so next patch, hope it's going to be done, and there's just those two left, and alright, then okay, technically after that, the first part of the story is going to be all done, because all of the Titans are going to be, all Cold Flames are going to be here. Even though I don't know if all the bearers are here to hold the Core Flames to become the next Titan of said path or constellation, whatever. But yeah, then we just gotta find out what's gonna be done with them. So yeah, and that is gonna be it, because, well, as you know, I'm done. I'll give my review, it's around a 4 or a 5 because of stupid things they put in, things they probably shouldn't talk about, and everything else. A broken character, slavery, suicide, and stuff like that. It's getting a low rate for all of that stuff. So, actually, you know what? Screw it. It's just 4.10. 4.4 out of 10, that's it. That is my final review, my final score on this. Yeah, I know I don't really do this, but yeah, I don't know, I thought I might as well. Because I wasn't pleased with this at all. Because as I said, Hoyoverse must have took a crash course in how to ruin a character, and clearly they passed with flying colours. But as I said, that is going to be it. So I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was fun. And yeah. Okay. Bye.